I've been here for a while, and I have many back pains problem, not only one, upper, lower, down.
Yes.
Do you see any specific reason why the people who work on the computer have these sort of problem nowadays?
Yeah, the problem is that we're not really made for sitting. So most of the computer works are done sitting, and that puts a lot of strain on the spine and on the muscles. So that's why we create the problem ourselves by sitting too much. So the muscles get tense and then they can't relax. So even while you're sleeping, the muscles still stiff. Yeah, doesn't relax.
Actually, I was reading one article, and as you said, there was one person who said we are going backward towards our evolution.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah, he said that when we were monkey, it was a big deal to convert into human in 2 legs. And it was a very big initiative which we took. And actually what we are doing by sitting 8 hours in the chair, go to the car, sit down there, go back home, sit on the sofa, that we are reversing the evolution, and in the future our generation will have much more pain. What would you recommend when people who are sitting in front of the computer, like programmers, telecom engineers, network operator?
The most important is not to sit for a long period of time. It's to stand up and walk about. That's one thing you can do. If you have the possibility to elevate the table and stand up when you work, that helps as well. And then you have to do something in your spare time to make the muscles stronger and increase the circulation in the muscles. The spine starts to stiffen up when we sit, and it starts after 10 minutes. So
really?
Yeah. So you shouldn't really be sitting for more than a quarter of an hour at a time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just for 15 minutes we have to make ourselves.
And then if you have problems, then the stiffness comes more quickly. So then you need more to be mobile.
Does it have some sort of memory? Because once I leave my pain, and it comes back on the same side after a while.
That's usually the pattern of the stiffness that is there all the time, but it comes back when you have the same position all the time. Usually we don't sit very straight as well, so we tend to the gravity tend to push us down, so we sink down and get bad posture, and that puts more strain on the spine and on the muscles.
Do you think by any chance it has some relation with our overweightness and the food habits?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, everything. Yeah.
So once we start fatting up, and our stomach is getting more weight on the front, does it have some logic that it...
it affects the posture as well, of course, yeah.
So you think if I lose weight around to, like, I'm 20 kg plus, do you think that would definitely make...
Yeah, it helps because it puts less pressure on the spine, but also it helps the posture, because when the stomach is too big, the abdominal muscles get too weak. And they are very important in stabilizing the lower part of the spine. So we need to have good abdominal muscles. So that's a very good thing to do, is do abdominal exercises, because that helps to stabilize the spine. Yeah.
Would you recommend us any posture while we are sitting in front of our computers? What's supposed to be our right posture?
Well, the posture should be as neutral as possible. So we need to have the spine in about the same position as we have when we stand up.
So we shouldn't put our back on the...
We should have support in the lower part of the spine. So you have a curve in the lower part of the spine. So you shouldn't go down like this, because that's what's happening.
And that's our natural position, actually.
That's what happens when we sit, because the chairs are not good for us. And especially when you type in the computer, the shoulder goes forwards.
So we should come to the 90 angle with the shoulder. Yeah,
keep everything closer to the body and try to be more straight. That's very important.
What sort of exercise, a specific exercise, would you recommend You just said abdominal would be great.
Yeah, that's the most
Is it
important.
crunches? Would you
crunches, but you had to. It's the superficial layers of the abdominals that you need to strengthen. So not the deep ones. So you have to exclude those. Yeah. So what you do, you can do crunches, but you need to have the hip bent 90 degrees. Yeah. So hip 90 degrees and knees 90 degrees. So you lie down as you were sitting, but lying down, and then you can do crunches. Yeah. That activates the superficial layer of the abdominals. Okay.
Nice to see you, and hope to meet you next week.
Okay. See you next week.
Take care.
Okay.
Bye bye.